Good afternoon, everyone watching us online. I really appreciate the goodness of God and I really appreciate the love of God that He has been with us. We started this online church when COVID hit us, and it's been 3 years now, shepherding the children in the Word of God. And I'm so passionate about children ministry. I'm so passionate about child evangelism because the Bible is so clear to us that go out and make ye the disciples of God. And that does not exclude children. Even children need to hear the word of God. The Bible tells us that all of us are born sinners. So even if our children are born today, they are born in sin and they need to know Christ. They need to confess Christ as Jesus is Lord in their lives. There's no through pass to Christ. We have to accept Jesus as we need to know the truth about Jesus. We need to accept Him in our lives and we need to follow the ways of Jesus. So today I just want us to focus on one verse that most of my Sunday school children know about it. They recite it every Sunday. But I want us to look at it at a different dimension today. The Bible tells us in the book of, I'm reading from the NIV version, the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, and verse 1. The Bible tells us, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, for this is the first commandment with a promise. I'll stop there. Many times, as parents, we have seen this verse as a verse that is directed to children. But today, I want us to look at it from another angle. The Bible tells us children to obey our parents. That is, children to obey us as parents. I am a parent of two, and I expect my children to obey me. That means I have authority over them. So today, I'm speaking to parents out there that let us exercise our authority. God has given us authority over our children. Our children are supposed to obey us. Our children are supposed to honor us. But you find that most of the time, as parents, we have not exercised our authority. We have left the grip. We have not set the boundaries. We have not stood firm in the things we want our children to follow. Our God is a God of authority, and God calls us, all His creatures, to authority. He has given us authority over all the institutions He has vested in us. We have the church, we have the nation, we have our homes, we have our businesses, even those of us who are employed. I am employed myself. And I have people who are senior than me. I have my immediate supervisors, I have my managers, I have the director, and I report to them. And they are authority over me. Even us at home, we are authority over our children. And as parents, we have to set boundaries. We have to draw the boundary lines. Many times when you go to the supermarkets, you see children throwing tantrums, you see children misbehaving, you see children answering their parents back at you just can't, just take it as a parent out there. So, parents, God has given us authority, and we have to exercise that authority as parents. Our children are supposed to obey us. I'm reading a book currently. It's written "Parenting as God Parents," and there's another book also I'm reading. It's called "Shepherding a Child's Heart." And let me just quote something that I read. The purpose of your authority in their lives is not to hold them under your power, but to empower them to be self-controlled people, living freely under the authority of God. Your purpose as a parent is to shepherd these children. The purpose you're placing are boundaries. These boundaries must be realistic. These are family values. These are the things, the don'ts and the do's. Make sure that those boundaries are realistic and make sure you're consistent in setting your boundaries. When you say something that has worked in my house with my children is that every time we have a family devotion in the evening, once we switch off the telly, no one, just go back to the telly again. So once we are done, praying in the evening and having our devotions. You either go to bed or you pick a book and read. No more watching TV, movie, or anything. So those are the examples of the boundaries we set in our homes. So set boundaries that are realistic, and children will know that when we have crossed this, we have left the side of obedience, we are now going to the other side of disobedience. So it is a process that you need to let your children know. As a parent, you have authority. Exercise that authority that God has given you. You have the power, and God is helping you to shepherd these children. Tell them what is wrong. At an early age, let them know. Even God Himself, He has given us the 10 Commandments. Even God Himself, He has told us, be imitators of Christ. Love others. Love the Lord your God. He has given us all these things. And God has given us a consequence. Like the children of Israel, when they were told no complaining, when they complained in the wilderness, I remember when we were reading the story of the bronze serpent. So the snakes came, they beat them, and most of them died. So there's always a consequence to sin. There's always a consequence to disobedience. So tell your children at an early age, let them know this is where you can't cross as a child. And be consistent. Be consistent in your boundaries, in your rules, in the things you set up. Be consistent and be firm in love. Remember, you're shepherding these children on behalf of God. The Bible tells us that children are a gift from God, they are an heritage from Him. So if God has blessed you, the children, remember you are a shepherd, remember you are a steward. You're taking care of those children on behalf of God. So parents, today, I want us to exercise our authority. I want us to stand firm. Set those boundaries in your homes. Let your children know that we cannot cross this boundary. When it comes to family traditions, when it comes to family values, when it comes to their discipline at home, there are so many things. We're going to unpackage this in the few days. We will talk about family roles, family traditions, family values, all those things. So as a parent, set those boundaries and ensure that you're firm in love to keep them. As children obey you, it is your right to have authority and to exercise authority in your home. So may God help you. May God give you the strength. May God give you the wisdom on setting your boundaries, on just shepherding your children right, and ensuring that these children obey you and these children are obeying the word of God. Others, may God help you, and remember you have authority over your children. May God bless you.